Okay, I'm going to do a video of this. It's tall and roomy WeatherTech 35 plus miles per hour. That says 56 plus kph. I'm just going to use the 35 mile an hour wind. This is instant setup. Now with these instant setup tents, I still believe they are not as fast putting up as some of the other tents. And this one is bigger, so you got to take your time, or you could, I believe you could break these. I bought one of these and they actually sent me a used one and it was all busted up. I had to send it back. This one here is a bigger one than that. This here is an 8-person tent. It is, so it's saying it's 14 by 10. There are lots of windows in this tent. And usually when I set up the smaller tents, I don't always use the guidelines, because I usually only use guidelines when the weather's bad, when it's raining, or there's a lot of wind. This time there was no wind or rain, but I still used the guidelines on this one to help set it up, because the size of it, without using them, it actually was leaning one way or the other. So I set up these back two guidelines to get this leveled out, and it is sitting on unlevel ground, but I use them to level this tent out. I have these two set up, and I also got my camo poncho, and I use that for a little bit of privacy. And I'll do a separate video on this. But basically these here, there are little latches that you push in and they close up. There's 2 in the back and 2 in the front. The 2 on the sides do not have the latches up top, but they all have the latches. And here's a close-up of one. Here's a latch. So you push this in here, and when you push that in, the pole drops down, and you can see there's a zipper in the front, so it opens in the back and the front, which makes this a really nice tent. And also there's a divider in the center, which when I get inside I'll show you. But the back side has all these windows, so you could have a lot of air coming through here. And here's a Coleman. It says here Coleman Instant Tent, 8-person tent, or 14 by 10. It's all staked out. These I keep on. I keep these latched. I don't take them off. And I'll try to. I don't know if I have my tripod. I might have to do it in a different video to show you how I break this down and put it up. But let's go on the inside. There's the Coleman emblem here. Here's the other side. You got the windows. And then I didn't use these guidelines. Like I said, I only usually set up the guidelines if we're in a bad storm and it's going to be windy. The only reason like I said, I used these two was to level it off, because it's so big it was leaning to one side. You could kind of see it leaning right now. I could have set up this front one here, but it wasn't leaning that bad, so I let it go. You can see it's not perfectly straight. And in here I have a queen mattress. This is the Intex queen mattress, and obviously there's the front door. I rolled that up, and then there's a queen size mattress in here. This is all dirty. We've been using it. We're getting ready to pull out. Now, for being as big as this is, there's only 2 pockets. There's one there, and then there's one here on the other side. There are these dividers up here, but before I drop one of them, I have a light in here that I use. This is only a 6-watt light that I use with one of my power stations. It doesn't use a whole lot of watts, so that's good. But these ones here, there's a door. Just zip that, And then it opens up. You can zip these two down, and they're the windows, and then you can just drop those down. And then there's the two on the sides. And this queen size bed, as you can see here, let me push it to one side so you can get an idea of how much room there is. So, I mean, there's a lot of room left. You could fit 2 queen mattresses in here easily. So you could have one big party in here if you wanted to. Sleeps 8 people. Now the way they have this set up is 6 people would sleep along the floor here, or maybe, no, it's this way. So 6 people would line up around here along the floor, facing this way, and then 2 people on this side. One would sleep this way here, then the other one over there. And that's how they figure 8 people. I'm using this for 2 people. This makes a nice Instant Tent, Coleman Instant Tent for 2 people, because it did sprinkle a little bit last night. It was a 4% chance of rain. It sprinkled for about 10 minutes and stopped. We brought our chairs in here, set the light up, and we was reading some books, so the rain didn't bother us. And like I said, it was only for a couple minutes. And yeah, this is the inside. And I'll drop one of these down so you can see. This is how you're gonna put it together and hang it, and then just drop it down. Now these are the dividers, so you can put this one down, you can put this other one down and zip it, and then if you have, and this has been used a little bit, so there are some watermarks on here, and that's how you have a divider, and you got 2 entrances, 2 exits, in case you wanted to have a separate family in here, or separate boys from girls, or however you wanted to do it. But this is it. And here's the other side of this poncho, and I also use it for a privacy. And there's 2 little holes here and here that I use, and I actually have a stick holding it. I'm using the guy line of this tent to put that up, along with this stick here. I guess you could call that a stick. That's holding that up, and then I put it down over there. So that does give you some privacy. And later I'll use that as a the poncho, so you can see how that works. And I always, this is somebody else's garbage, but I always pick up other people's garbage. And here's my garbage bag. Always leave a place cleaner than what I had found it. But yeah, here's the tent, and I got it zoomed in pretty good. I think it's because if I zoom it all the way, just the color, yeah. So I liked it with the color the way it is, but I will zoom it out. And yeah, it is a little crooked for multiple reasons. 1, we don't have all the guy lines hooked up. 2, it's on an unlevel area. This is a really nice tent here. Yeah, and so I like this tent. I definitely recommend it. And if you liked the video, please subscribe, like, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss an upcoming video. And don't miss my next video. Talk to you later.